Hey guys, we took a step outside here and we're actually right here in the bay, and if you can see behind me we have the ENSA booth with Tom from the Kalamazoo Community College. So all you guys out there that went to that school, he's going to show us around his booth. He's got this really neat thing here. It's honestly one of the favorites, and we're going to just walk around and he's going to show us a few things. So I'm going to go introduce you to him. It's hard to see out here. We got
Yeah, it's bright, sunny Southern California.
All right, Tom. How are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah, Tom and I caught up a little bit yesterday. I mean, this guy, he's a rock star. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got going on here?
Sure. So I'm a director at Kalamazoo Valley Community College, where we do a lot of hands-on training for wind technicians, but we're also in a partnership with ENSA North America, and they're the premier fall protection, work at heights, and rescue training company here in the United States. And what we're doing here is seeing how much interest there would be at the next Wind Power to run what we call the Wind Warrior competition.
Yeah, you got it outlined here.
Yeah.
So, the Wind Warrior, that sounds pretty awesome.
It is. It's really a cool concept. We've started doing it for some of our bigger clients, and it gives them a way to send teams of technicians from some of the wind parks in that region. And they actually go through a number of stations that we'll kind of walk around here in a minute.
Yeah.
And they compete for the most correct, the most safe, and then we only use time as a tiebreaker. And so we're here to see how much interest there would be from the industry, and so far there's been a lot of interest to host these things.
I love the
around
idea.
the country.
A little bit of healthy competition.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like you're working with some big names here, right?
Yeah, so some of our partners that already, take advantage of this kind of a system include Vestas and EDF, and there's a few others out there now that are getting on board with it.
Excellent.
And really what it is it consists of a bunch of different stations, and the employer can actually use the competition and the documentation to certify the annual skill proficiencies of their employees.
Yeah.
And for the techs, it's a little bit of healthy competition and some bragging rights.
Yesterday I took my hand at this. What would you call this?
It's a way to assess a person's skills in troubleshooting, electrical safety,
electrical diagnostic training, right?
Yep.
And so they give you some circuits here, some complex, some simple.
Yep.
They give you a diagram, a multimeter, and some descriptions. And that was actually really fun. I had a good time with it.
Yeah, it was. We've had a lot of people trying their hand at it, and it's an easy tool for us to be able to assess where somebody's at, troubleshooting wise.
Absolutely.
Over here we do first aid and trauma, and so this station is typically on the ground. The participants or the team would walk in and find a victim or a patient with some kind of injury that they would be described to when they get there. And then we're assessing their ability to do their patient assessments, control bleeding, the CPR, AED. And most importantly, spinal immobilization, and knowing that we're up tower, we have to take into consideration how we're going to move our patients. So Spec Packs and splints and rope works.
This is all very familiar stuff for wind techs, and in case of emergency, this is how you get them out. So you give them an assessment, and hopefully year after year they continue to get better at it.
Yeah, and we also tend to, some of the repeat people that we do this with, we've got to make those a little bit more and more difficult because their skills are just being stepped up every year, right? It's competition. I want to be the best.
Cool.
Over here we have what's called the blind crane. So for a lot of us in wind, we got one of our techs upstairs, one downstairs, hard to see, so we're checking their ability to do closed-top bags properly, rigging, signaling, and so on. And then for major component work where we're actually doing blind picks out of the nacelles, we can also assess their ability to control loads and things like that.
This is quite the structure you have here.
Yeah, so this is Mod Truss, and we have a relationship with Mod Truss where we can basically build an infinite designed structure. Anything from what you see here, which is very simple.
it's like an erector set for rigging.
It is, and each piece is engineered. And once we put it all together, we have a completely engineered system, and we can tailor that to the client's training needs.
Excellent. What are some of these things that you have here?
So some of these products here, this is our ENSA GPS. It's a very nice positioning lanyard, and this is our self-rescue and escape called the Ape Escape.
Oh yeah, you even got the the monkey fist there, or
That's
the gorilla
right.
fist.
Yep, and then on the other side we have the
we
the
like
fingers.
monkeys, so
That's
monkeys,
right.
apes, it's all good.
That's right. We have a pre-rigged mechanical advantage system called the Silverback to work with it.
Okay.
So this station in the Wind Warrior is assessing their ability to select correct anchors, control movements, manage rope, and evacuate out of a dangerous situation.
Excellent.
And then the good old standby rescue of the coworker.
Right.
So what we have here is a partial ladder system where we're just showing, where we could rig and pick somebody up off of what
I
they're
think
hanging on.
most of us are familiar with this system here.
Yep, good old Tractel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the wheel. Don't put your face next to the wheel
That's
as
right.
it goes.
And yeah, we were just showing somebody about the handle and the fact that this is not balanced if the handle's out, right?
Right.
Shakes and rattles and rolls, takes out teeth.
Yeah.
It's hooked around ladder rungs.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
And then we also do manual handling, safe load capture if it were to be dropped. So things like this device called the ELF. It's kind of a handy thing. It can be rigged 2 to 1 for lifting, but if I'm sending a load down and I'm worried about losing the control of the rope, this device will actually stop the load, and then once I regain control, I can keep lowering it down. So it's a way to prevent things from dropping.
Oh, okay.
Here, we know that it's not good to have techs lifting a lot of heavy things above their shoulders.
Yeah.
So as we move things from the oil deck up into the nacelle, this is a pre-rigged mechanical advantage system that can actually assist the technicians in getting equipment up into the nacelles.
Yeah, I know. I love those fun toys.
Yeah.
This is actually
This one's really smooth.
really nice too.
Yeah.
It looks like it probably wouldn't get too tangled up either. Like, this is thick rope.
Yep.
And nice solid stuff there.
Yeah, I've had it, in a climb bag, just jammed into a climb bag, closed up for the climb, and when you pull it out of the bag, it just automatically falls to the position of operation. It doesn't ever seem to get tangled up. It's kind
Excellent.
of a cool thing. We also, as part of the Wind Warrior, we do firefighting. So we would have a station set up where they have to use a hand portable extinguisher. We're looking for their safety considerations. And then we also do a limited or no vision escape.
Oh, okay.
Where we'll actually put a blacked out goggle on them, have them get their harness back on with no sight, find their ladder attached to the system, and climb down.
Now, Tom, is this something that you do at the site? Do you go to sites to help guys and you would construct this thing, or do you just use the equipment that's there?
Well, typically we'll go to a site that's strategically located within that client's region, and we have a portable tower of 35 feet that we can actually bring out, stand up, and do it, or we can build a very purpose-built structure out of this mod truss on that site, and then they'll send their teams of technicians into that site.
Wow, excellent. So how long have you been doing this, Tom?
I've been in wind for 10 years and work actively in wind as a technician now and a consultant. We've been in a formal partnership with ENSA for 3 years.
Excellent.
Instead of being competitors, Rob Siegel, the director of ENSA, and myself decided we should just team up and go at it together.
Hey,
So,
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good to see. Good collaboration within
Yep.
the industry.
Yeah,
So
we
yeah,
love
anything
ENSA.
that brings it, up and beyond.
Absolutely.
So, what is this thing you got over here?
Yeah, so for the easiest thing that we found to do for the craning and rigging is because we do a lot of telecom training also.
Right. Big
so
industry, right?
Yeah.
Hey, just so happens I'm using a cell phone to broadcast this to the world, right?
So one of the easiest things for us to do when we're doing that craning and rigging workstation is to just run a simple capstan hoist as our crane line.
Gotcha.
And then we put one of our certified operators on it to handle that when the technicians are signaling loads up, loads down, and so on. So we've actually designed a custom mount and everything to work with our structures, and it's just a, plug and pray.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on here. If any of you guys out there have any questions, just shoot them out here. And I doubt you could stump this guy. But if you can, maybe I'll give you a Grease Monkey shirt. But hey, man, check this nice view out. You can't beat this, right, Tom?
Now, this is
look
probably
at
the
this.
best booth location here.
Right. I bet it. You know what? It's nice too today. It's really good. So anyway, I really enjoyed catching up with you yesterday, and you telling me a little bit about your history and about some of the turbines you got back online. Why don't you talk a little bit about the school?
Yeah, so the school is Kalamazoo Valley Community College, and we put together a 100% competency-based training program. And we're a little bit unique when we train our wind techs. It's a 24-week, 8-hour-a-day, 5-day-a-week program. We actually have operations and maintenance contracts on 6 machines in Michigan through educational affiliations with their owners. So we don't refer to them as students, we refer to them as trainees, because we run it just like a little O&M business.
Oh, good.
And treat them like on-the-job training.
You know what? You can't beat that. On the job training, hands on. That's how I learned all this stuff.
Yeah, it's really, for adults, that's the way we learn the best.
Yeah.
And so we try to keep the classroom, or what we call seat time, to a very minimum, and then we just put it into practice, mentor them, coach them, and then we end up doing paperwork at the end. And all that paperwork is legal. I mean, it documents their skill sets. Very marketable. We're about 97% placement. Continuously.
Excellent.
And it's not open enrollment. If you're interested, just send me an application off our website, and we'll check and see what. If you just search the Kalamazoo Wind Turbine Technician Academy, we should be popped right up right underneath the paid ads.
All right, cool. And you also have a Facebook page. I think I added it here.
Absolutely.
And then does ENSA have a site?
They do. It's ENSANorthAmerica.com.
Oh, excellent.
Yep.
All right, well, thanks for your time. I had a good time checking this booth out and hanging out with you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
All right. See ya.